Welcome to Prepared Overlander. I am glad you are here. If you find this guide useful, please subscribe to our channel. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. A simple like helps us reach more people who need to be ready. Today, we are talking about your car, not a fancy, custom-built, bug-out truck, the vehicle you drive to work every single day. For most of us, this daily driver is the rig we will use when an emergency strikes. It has to get your family from a bad place to a safe place. Many people dream of a perfect, dedicated survival vehicle, parked in the garage, fully stocked and ready to go. The reality is quite different for almost everyone. That dream rig is expensive and often impractical. The reliable old sedan, the minivan, the pickup truck sitting in your driveway is your actual bug-out vehicle. We have a duty to make that car as dependable as we possibly can. This guide focuses on simple, often missed basics of vehicle maintenance. These basics can be the difference between a successful evacuation and being stranded on the road. Let us begin with the right mindset. Let's start with the most fundamental task: changing the engine oil. Oil is the lifeblood of your engine. It lubricates moving parts. It cleans away contaminants and helps to dissipate heat. Old, dirty oil loses its ability to do these jobs effectively. When oil breaks down, it allows friction and heat to build up. This leads to premature wear and tear on critical engine components. A major engine failure is one of the most expensive repairs you can face. Consistent oil changes are your cheapest insurance policy. It is a small investment that protects a very large one. Many modern car manufacturers suggest very long oil change intervals. You might see recommendations for 7,500, 10,000, or even 15,000 miles between changes. These long intervals are designed to make the car seem cheaper to own. They are not designed for maximum long-term reliability. For a prepper, reliability is everything. Do not blindly follow these extended schedules. Change conventional oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. If you use a high-quality full synthetic oil, you can safely go 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Shorter is always better, especially if you drive in harsh conditions like extreme heat, cold, or dusty environments. You must also change the oil filter every single time you change the oil. The filter is responsible for trapping dirt, metal shavings, and sludge. An old, clogged filter cannot do its job. Think of it this way: you would not take a shower and then put your old, dirty clothes back on. Fuel is just as critical as oil. Many people misunderstand it. In the US, most gasoline sold at the pump contains ethanol, up to 10%, 15%. Ethanol is an alcohol made from corn or from other plant materials. It's added to increase octane and to meet renewable fuel mandates. But ethanol can cause serious problems, especially for stored fuel and in older vehicles. Ethanol is hygroscopic. It attracts and absorbs water from the atmosphere. That water can phase separate in your fuel tank and sink to the pump pickup. Running on too much water can cause rough running, stalling, and corrosion in the fuel system. Use ethanol-free gasoline, E0, for long-term storage. E0 is more stable and lasts much longer. You can often find E0 at marinas, at gas stations that cater to classic cars, and for small engines. It costs more per gallon, but the peace of mind is worth it for your emergency fuel supply. Store fuel correctly. Only approved red gasoline containers, caps tight, in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area away from living spaces and ignition sources. Label each can with date and type. Even with pure gasoline, add a quality stabilizer for storage over a few months. Follow the directions. A stabilizer preserves good fuel. It can't fix fuel that's already bad. Start with clean, ethanol-free gasoline for your emergency fuel cache. Here is a problem that most drivers have never even heard of, but it can cause severe engine damage over time: cylinder wash down. This occurs when excessive raw, unburned gasoline gets into the cylinders, acting like a solvent and washing away the critical oil film. Without that protective oil film, you get direct metal-on-metal contact, rapid wear, loss of compression, increased oil consumption, and eventually, engine failure. It is most likely with repeated short trips in cold weather. On a cold start, the computer commands a rich fuel mixture. If you shut it off in a minute or two, the excess fuel doesn't burn off. Fuel can seep past rings, diluting oil and washing down cylinder walls next start. Starting just to move the car a few feet is a perfect way to cause this problem. The solution costs nothing. Change your driving habits. Let the vehicle run long enough for the mixture to lean out and oil to circulate. Idle for about a minute or two, then drive gently until the temperature gauge reaches the middle of its normal range. Share this with everyone who drives the car. Teen starting it for radio time, spouse moving it and shutting off immediately. Explain the why. A small change in how you start and run your vehicle can save you from a massive, multi-thousand-dollar repair and protect your evacuation tool. If you own any car made after 1996, you need an OBD2 code reader, a small, inexpensive tool that can save you time, money, and frustration. Your vehicle's computer monitors the engine, transmission, and emission systems. When it detects a problem, it triggers the check engine light and stores a diagnostic trouble code. An OBD2 reader lets you access and read these codes through a standard port under the dashboard. Without a reader, a check engine light is just stress. A shop may charge around $100 just to read the code. Buy a basic reader for about $20, or a Bluetooth model under $50 that pairs with your phone. Once you get a code like P0420 or P301, type it into a search engine. You'll find articles and videos explaining what it means, likely causes, and fixes. This knowledge lets you talk intelligently with a shop and avoid being upsold on unnecessary repairs. Phone-paired readers can display live sensor data, RPM, coolant temperature, fuel trims, and more. An incredible learning tool and early warning system. For a prepper, this early warning is invaluable. It is one of the best and easiest investments you can make in reliability. It's really worth having one. Section 6. The Mass Airflow Sensor. An easy win for performance. It measures the precise mass of air entering the engine and sends that information to the computer to calculate fuel for efficient combustion. It is delicate. Over time, dirt, dust, oil vapor, and debris can contaminate the sensor wires. A dirty MAF can cause rough idle, hesitation, loss of power, worse fuel economy, even a check engine light. People often replace expensive parts like pumps or O2 sensors when a 10-minute cleaning would fix it. Locate the MAF in the intake tube between the airbox and throttle body. Unplug the connector and remove the small screws or bolts. Only use Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. Do not use brake cleaner, carb cleaner, or anything else. Those can destroy the sensor. Spray the cleaner generously onto the internal elements. Never touch the wires with fingers, brushes, or swabs. Let the spray do the work. Let it air dry completely for at least 30 minutes, then reinstall. This cheap procedure can restore performance and mileage. A huge win for preparedness. Section 7. Manuals and knowledge. Your best tools. The single most important tool for any vehicle owner isn't a wrench. It's knowledge. Start with your owner's manual, the little book in your glove compartment. Too many people ignore it. It includes recommended service intervals, correct oil and coolant, what warning lights mean, and proper tire pressures. Read it. For repairs, get a service manual, Haynes or Chilton, step-by-step guides with photos for jobs like brake pads or a water pump. Buy them at parts stores or online and keep a physical copy for your exact year. When the power's out and the internet is down, the book is still there. The ultimate source is the factory service manual, what dealership techs use, with wiring diagrams, diagnostic flowcharts, and torque specs. They're often available on CD-ROM or as a PDF. Having the FSM is like an ultimate cheat sheet. Section 8. Family habits. A team effort in vehicle care. Maintaining your primary vehicle is not a one-person job. It should be a team effort. Even the best maintained car can be damaged by an inattentive driver. Instill good habits and shared responsibility. Everyone behind the wheel is a co-pilot in your preparedness. Their actions and observations matter as much as oil changes and repairs. Start by teaching every driver a quick pre-flight check. It's simple and fast. Walk around the car. Check the tires. Do they look low? Any visible damage? Any puddles where it was parked? Teach how to check the oil with the dipstick and what to look for. These checks take less than a minute and can prevent highway problems. Teach drivers to listen for squeals, grinding, or clicks, to smell burning oil, hot coolant, or electrical odors, and to notice pull or vibration. Encourage immediate reporting. Don't ignore issues. Reinforce warming properly to avoid cylinder wash down, and don't ignore the check engine light. Create a simple glove box logbook for fuel fill-ups, mileage, and maintenance, your vehicle's health history. Section 9. Conclusion. Small steps for big safety. We have covered a lot of ground today, but it all comes down to a simple idea. Your daily driver is your lifeline. In a crisis, it carries the people you love to safety. Its reliability is a matter of survival. Ignoring basic needs makes problems grow and guarantees failure at the worst moment. Smart oil intervals, the right fuel, a simple code reader, and cleaning a sensor, small, inexpensive steps that pay huge dividends. Start small. Check your oil and tires. Find your owner's manual. Order an OBD2 reader. Plan your next oil change a bit earlier. These actions separate the prepared from the hopeful. Hope is not a strategy. Action is. Your family is counting on you. Your car is waiting. It's a faithful servant, but it needs your care. Thank you for reading. Please subscribe, share, and like. Keep your rig ready and your family safe.